Hey, nice leaves. Nice leaves? Yeah, you've got nice leaves. Your branches aren't that bad either. Hurry, Alpha! Sup you guys, Ace Declassified here, and today I wanted to make a video talking about Power Rangers Zeo because I've really been slacking on these season reviews. So, let's get into it. Alright, so Zeo brought like a bunch of new stuff to the table of new powers, new command center, new Zords, new villains, couple of new rangers, new everything. Just everything's just new here. Alright, and starting with the new villains. So my favorite villains, Lord Zed and Rita, were kicked out of their house and home by the new villains known as the Machine Empire. Okay, now the Machine Empire is just that, a huge empire full of robots and a bunch of spaceships and crap, and they blast Lord Zed and Rita out of their palace, and Lord Zed and Rita are sitting there running on foot on the moon, and they escaped barely on Serpentera and got out of there. Now, the season premiere did a good job of making, the Machine Empire come up as a huge threat, with all these vast number of robots and crap, but Lord Zed is supposed to be the emperor of all that is evil. I would have expected him to put up a little more of a fight before he left, but, it was still fun to watch. Like, I always love watching them run while the Quadra-Fighters were blasting them. That's hilarious. And I love the Quadra-Fighters, too. It's basically like the cars flying these, spaceships that look like flying octopuses. I love the Quadra-Fighters, man. Anytime they called them out in episodes, the blast, like the Rangers, whatever, I just loved it. So, yeah. The new villains themselves, so the Machine Empire is run by the Royal House of Gadgetrap, and the Royal House of Gadgetrap is comprised of the Machine King, King Mondo, his wife, Queen Machina, son, Prince Sprocket, and the footmen of the throne, Clank and Orbis. Now, the Machine Empire, they weren't as charismatic as Lord Zed and Rita, but I still liked them for the most part, And the Machine Empire, throughout the season, they definitely came off as a bigger threat than Lord Zed and Rita. So, the stakes were definitely raised, so I'll give you that. Oh, and Clank and Orbis, they were responsible for making the monsters grow. And that is one of my favorite methods of making a monster grow. Clank would just swing Orbis around and around, and away we go. And Orbis would just shoot the monsters with energy and they'd grow. I love that, man. So, at the end of Season 3, the Command Center was blown to hell, and Zeo starts with the Rangers at the wreckage of the Command Center, and then through the robo they find the Zeo Crystal just laying about, and then the Rangers end up underneath the Command Center, then the Command Center rebuilds itself as the Power Chamber, and the Rangers end up in the Power Chamber, and they see that Alpha is alive and well, and that the big giant head Zordon is still alive too, and everything's all happy and well. However, it's just, I kind of have a problem with the show, never explaining why the Zeo Crystal was just there. Because, Season 3's finale, Golden Rita stole the thing. It's 50 episodes of Zeo, and y'all couldn't take time out your day to explain this. Context clues, you can make up your own theories of what happened. Because in the first half of Zeo, Goldar and Rito lost their memories. So, we can kind of, my theory is, when they teleported out of the Command Center with the Zeo Crystal, they teleported in front of the Command Center to watch the explosion. Then the explosion happened, and they got caught in it. So, they got caught in it, they dropped the Zeo Crystal, and they lost their memories from that, and Goldar lost his wings, etc. But, the show could have explained that, so that's annoying. But, yeah. But I did when Goldar and Rita lost their memories, and they had to live with Bulk and Skull for a while. They lived for a lot of funny moments, so that's, So yeah, the Rangers have their Zeo Crystals and they get new Zeo powers. Tanya's the Yellow Ranger, Cat's pink, Tommy's finally the red, Adam's green, Rocky's blue, and Billy decides to be a human alpha full time instead of being a ranger. So he just lingers around the power chamber all day, which was a very good thing. I liked that aspect of him being in the power chamber, helping out and everything. I liked it a lot. Oh, and the power chamber itself, it has to be one of my favorite Ranger bases, if not my favorite, period. I love it. It's beautiful. Zordon's tube looks awesome. It looks so much better than in Mighty Morphin, and the place is so much bigger than the Command Center. So much room, so many computers, and I love, the cases they had that kept, the Rangers, Mighty Morphin suits in it, and their old weapons. I love that. It's just awesome. Come on. Zeo had a very good premiere, but they had a scene at the end of it that kind of annoyed me, where they talked about, our Ninja Zord, they're back in the temple with Ninjor. Why? I mean, you have these super awesome, powerful Zords, and they're just sitting up in the temple with Ninjor for some reason. Like, give a better explanation. That's how I feel, but whatever, because, like, next episode, Billy and Alpha made them the Zeo Zords, which are cool in their own right. I really do like them. And I like how the Zeo Megazord has, like, 5 different battle helmets. That was cool, with their own unique powers. Zeo 1 battle helmet shoots a cannon. Zeo 2 battle helmet shoots a cannon. And also has like jet fire or whatever. Zeo 3 battle helmet has pyramid power, whatever the hell that is. And Zeo 4 battle helmet kind of makes the Megazord like stronger or whatever. And the Zeo 5 battle helmet is just, you know, the standard power sword one and whatever. But I like the idea, it was cool. And when Billy and Alpha were talking about it for the first time, I love the joke that Alpha made. Like, Billy said, like, man, these battle helmets are really cool. I wish we had something like this in the old days. And Alpha was like, yeah, it's a shame you guys had to get by with just bows and arrows. Oh, Alpha, like, that's a good one. Kudos, man. So Zeo gave us Tanya as a ranger, a strong black woman. No, let me stop playing. But seriously, Tanya was a cool character though. She was spunky and fiery, and I liked her. And I liked the little drama that she had with her boyfriend, which became ex-boyfriend Sean. Like, first he was acting up because he wanted her to help him cheat, like on the test, not help him cheat on her. Then there was another episode where he was on the baseball team, and then we found out that Tony could really play baseball, and he was mad. I think like he didn't like that girls were playing baseball. Like, he felt like it was a man thing to do. So at the end, she told him about himself and dumped him. And then there was another episode where she was helping Adam train for martial arts tournament number 539, and Sean was also in this tournament because apparently he does martial arts. And because everybody in Angel Grove does. And like, there was the part where Tanya said, like, I'm helping Adam train. And, you know, Sean makes some comment like, wow, what's next? You gonna play football or something? And she was like, I just might, you know. Tanya don't take no mess, alright. But Tanya was cool though. She was willing to train and learn martial arts to try to be a better Power Ranger. Like, I really liked her. And then she had this storyline, like, with her parents. They were explorers and they got lost, and she finally found her parents in Zeo. And she also found the artifact that they were looking for when they got lost, the Tiki of Oric, which turned into Oric the Conqueror. And Oric the Conqueror was just the poor man's Ninjor, and he was not important at all in Zeo. But Zeo also decided to break up the second most beloved couple in Power Rangers, because you know the first one was Lord Zed and Rita. They decided to break up the second couple, which is Tommy and Kimberly. Man, that is so annoying to me because I love Tommy and Kim. But yeah, Kimberly mailed like this letter to Tommy, and what was it? What was that 3-parter called? Tommy Gets Dumped, part 1, 2, and 3. No, There's No Business Like There's No Business, part 1, 2, and 3. Like, Kim mailed him a letter, and it was a breakup letter. Like, she couldn't even call the man. Like, they couldn't get Amy Jo to come for like 5 seconds and say like, I'm breaking up Tommy. Goodbye. So, anything better than a letter, man. But yeah, after he got the letter, he was all emo. And then Catherine wanted to cheer him up and took him to this ski resort, and Billy went to. And then he met this chick, and like, he tried to hit it off with her, but like, you know, King Mono kept sending crap to interfere. He had ranger duties, so yeah. But Cat tried to talk to this girl and got her to come to Angel Grove, and she set up a dinner date for them. But then Tommy had to leave again during the date. And I love her reaction to it. Like, it was so real. She was like, do you know how long it took me to drive down here, and you walking out on this date, man? Like, I love her reaction though. It was so real. Like, Mighty Morphin, she probably would have been okay with Tommy walking out on her, but Zeo kept it real. But at the end, like, she was all mad and she left. I mean, she would have just been a rebound anyway, so she can just shut up with her nonsense. But yeah. At the end of the episode, we had Tommy and Kat, you know, dancing, and it gave us like that hint, like, oh, well, they're gonna put Tommy and Kat together. Which I guess, I mean, not that I hate Tommy and Kat being together, because they look good together. It's just that, I mean, you're gonna break up Tommy and Kim for this. And Tommy and Kat were never that, you know, like, great to look at. I mean, they didn't even do that much. They waited until like the last 2 episodes to even try to do something coupley with Tommy and Kat. So it was kind of like a waste of time for everybody. But I guess. And I'm willing to bet money that Kat forged that letter. Kimberly would have never broken with Tommy that. Zeo also gave us the Tommy is a Native American and has a brother arc. I swear, this arc is interesting to say the least. I mean, I like the episodes in it overall. It has its little problems. Like, I don't know. But for the most part, it was interesting to find out that Tommy was adopted, and that Tommy finding out that he has a brother and everything. Like, that was cool. And I like that he gained the red Battle Zord in this arc, which is my favorite Zeo Zord. Like, come on, it shoots all them lasers out, and then it's like boxing like crazy. Like, I love that, man. I love the Zord. And like, Billy made it, and he made it like off of what he learned from the Alien Rangers, like technology, like how they pilot their battle board. So it's piloted by brainwaves, and I liked that, like building off previous storylines to make the current stuff. So that was cool. And Tommy, you know, had to really focus his mind in order to control the Zord. Like, that was cool too. So Dark had cool stuff. Oh, and for my boy Adam, like, I liked the episode where he was trying to learn like boxing techniques to mix it with his martial arts skills. Like, I thought that was pretty cool. And any focus episode on my boy Adam is cool with me. So yeah. The only thing I didn't really like about the arc too much was the whole thing with the magic Native American guy. I didn't really like him that much because, like, they had stuff that didn't make any sense. Like, this guy would magically appear to Tommy when he's, like, in his Zord or when he's in the power chamber. He would appear like a ghost and tell Tommy, like, information to help him. And then when Tommy would talk to the real person, like, outside, you know, like flesh and blood, he would talk to the real guy, then the guy would act like he doesn't know that Tommy's a Power Ranger and stuff. Like, none of that made sense. Like, what are they doing? I mean, if it's gonna be magic, then you need to just, man, whatever. Overall, it's still a good arc, though, so, yeah. Zeo's most famous arc has got to be the Gold Ranger arc, because the Gold Ranger was awesome, man. He really was, like, the power of gold when he showed us. Probably one of my favorite Zeo episodes. So, in the episode, like, King Mondo's forces are fighting the Rangers and whatever, and then this space pyramid just appears, and it interferes with King Mondo's control of his forces, so he has to shut them all offline. And then the Rangers go back to the power chamber, they examine the energy of the pyramid, and they find out that it's, like, identical to their own powers. So, the show never really explained this that well, but, like, it comes off like the power of the pyramid is like a 6 Zeo subcrystal. I mean, I'm not sure if that's true or not. So if it was, then it's like, how did the 6 subcrystal get separated from the other 5 years ago? You know, it would have been interesting to learn that, but you know. Also, that episode gave like little hints that Billy misses being a ranger and wishes he could help his friends in that way again, which, you know, is kind of sad, you know what I mean? What did they say? They said some line like, man, we could use like another ranger or something. There are only 5 of us or something like that. And Billy said there used to be 6. After a few episodes of who is this mysterious Gold Ranger that kicks so much ass, they finally figure out who he is in episode 33, Revelations of Gold, which is one of the first Zeo episodes I can remember watching and taping. So hold it dear to my heart. And yeah, it turns out to be nobody we know. I mean, the red herrings was like Billy, Skull, I think Tommy's brother too. But yeah, it was nobody we know. Some alien. I'm not going to do Trey like that. Trey was the lord of planet Triforia, and he was a pretty cool character, so I'm not going to diss him like that, but still though. And like through the arc, he went through this like hiding his identity for the Rangers, acting like, oh, I can't tell you who I am. And one time he even said like, if I tell you who I am, I'll lose my powers. And then they find out, like, who he is, like, just like that. Like, the Christians just explain who he is. And it's like, well, what's the point of hiding yourself? Well, lame.